This is Scott Merkel, John Anderson here doing the filming. If you've got a interference problem between your active panel on a sun slider door and the passive panel, there's a couple of things that might be causing that. And so what we're going to do is show you what those things are and how to replace a couple of parts to solve the problem. It's possible either one of the part replacements could solve the problem. If we do both of them, it's almost guaranteed. So we're going to show you both. So Scott, you want to go ahead and open the door? And,
right. First thing we'll do is remove the wind load bar so that we can remove the panel.
Okay, that bar goes back into the panel over here, which is why we're removing it, so that the panel can. There you go. Now that now came out of here. So the next thing you do is there's a stop.
Yeah, it's interior stop, and make sure to hold the panel when pulling this piece out.
Yeah, because the panel, once this comes out, the panel could fall. And there's a couple of vinyl pieces up in here that hold that in place. And then basically you just let the panel. Okay, so what we're going to do is this L bracket, it's possible that there may not be an L bracket on your door. There most likely is, but it's also possible it got bent in shipping. So, and that's this little metal piece right here. So what we would do is send you another one and replace it.
So what you'll want to do is, if there is an L bracket on it, you'll want to remove it.
Okay, so the reason for taking this L bracket out and putting a new one in is if your door had possibly slid off the or down the seal here and was interfering with this track. And if it had done that, then it could be causing an interlock problem or a problem with your screen. So this one, you can see this track's wide open. This is the screen track. But Scott's going to show you what you would do if it had slid over.
So you can see the reveal difference if it is slid out. If you go down to the corner of the frame where the frame and the panel are and look at this channel and run a finger through there, you'll feel that this is tighter here than it is in the corner.
And that can interfere with the screen or cause an interlock problem. So what you do then is get a putty knife. This is because there's silicone underneath there. So you need to take the putty knife and break the silicone free.
Yes. And you'll find the bottom of this piece here and where it joins the sill, and you'll slide the, you'll have to get the putty knife worked in to that groove.
There you go. All right. So that took a little heavier putty knife than what he started with.
And then you'll work that down all the way down the door.
Until it frees up, right?
Yeah, because you got to remember you're going to have the weight of the panel pushing down on this as well where you're trying to cut it. So, and if you go in too far, you'll catch this lip right here that's underneath. So,
And you don't want to do that.
no, we just need to score on the outside as much as possible here. Just kind of slide it down. And you may not have to go the full length of the door. You may be able to go 18 inches or so, or less than half or half the panel width, and that may be enough to let it free up.
Okay. And then once it frees up, you push the panel up so that it's flush. This piece right here is flush on the exterior with this channel, and that this channel is evenly open all the way down.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes, that is correct. And to do that, you'll need to use, you want to show this coming back off? Or?
Okay, once you get the L bracket screwed back in place and it's holding the door nice and solid, you move on to the interlock. But one thing I want to point out to you, you see this lip right back here? This is a seal dam on the back of the door seal. You want to make sure when you put the wood clamp on this that you have the clamp below the dam here. So it's biting into the major part of the seal instead of pushing against the dam, because you don't want to break this dam by putting too much pressure on it. So you'd have the wood clamp low here, and then over here on the door, and then start turning it to pull the door in, and then get your L bracket set in place. Okay, now here's the interlock on the stationary panel, and then here's the interlock on the moving panel. What we're going to do is have you just change out the interlock on the moving panel. So all you have to do is go in and remove these screws that run up and down here and pull it off. Now there might be a little bit of silicone holding this in place behind it, and so you may be a little tough. You might have to, use a putty knife or something to break it loose and then pull it off of there. Now when you go to put the new one on, you can see there's a little ridge right here. This ridge will line up with the back of the door, the aluminum back here. So that's how you align it left and right. And then as far as vertically aligning up and down, you want to have the bottom of the interlock flush with the bottom of the door. Okay. And once that's done, just take the door and reinstall it reverse the way that we took it out.